the sight in the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Sean Zattel, Boxing Voice. This is your first fight as a world, defending the world title. How is this training camp coming into it as a world champion in comparison to the other 16, 17 other training camps?
I always try to have the underdog mentality still. So it's like any other fight. I don't have a big head because I won the title. I'm the same guy, and gotta work even harder.
So do you feel like you're still becoming a better and better fighter? Because you haven't, despite winning the world title, you haven't even had 20 pro fights yet.
Yeah, I got 21 fights, but yeah. I'm still trying to learn every day, trying to get better, listen to my corner, listen to my team, staying humble, trying to get better. Yeah, absolutely.
People, when they talk about Gennady Golovkin, they always bring up Andre Ward because he's at 68 and Gennady, of course, at 60. So why not yourself in a matchup with Gennady Golovkin? Would that not make sense?
If he comes up to 168, I'm not ducking nobody. Why not? But I think in the future, it's going to be hard for me to make 68. I think I'm going to move up to 75 maybe next year.
Would you like your chances in a fight against Golovkin if it could happen?
Absolutely. If you're a fighter, you got to believe in yourself. He's a killer. He's a very good fighter. I like him. I like his style. I like the way he fights. But, I'm a fan of him when it comes to watching him fight. But if I'm fighting him, I'm not a fan anymore.
Also, speaking of Andre Ward, if that fight can't happen at 68, because you guys are both talking about possibly moving up, could it happen at 75?
Absolutely. Anything can happen. But right now, I'm just focusing on George Groves.
George Groves, he's not your average European fighter. He moves like an American fighter. Is there anything there that you think is impressing you, the way he fights? He's not the prototypical European fighter.
He got a lot of speed. He fights with a lot of heart. He's a tough guy, so it's a very tough fight for me. So I respect him, but I also believe in myself. So.
How'd you see his fight against Carl Froch, too? It looked like he was winning that fight, and then he got caught late. Do you take anything from that?
A little bit, but styles make fights. You can't go from one fight. Me and Carl Froch is two different fighters, so you can't look at that too much. But anything can happen in boxing.
Looking at 175, if the money's right, would you go up? Being that you say that it's going to be tough for you to make 168, would you step up for a Kovalev fight in the future?
Anybody that got a title. That's the goal, to move up to 75 and get a title there.
How do you see Kovalev? Is he the top 175 fighter, or is he high? How do you feel about him?
For me, he's a top guy, yeah. Absolutely. He proved himself. He's the man.
Groves, what style do you think you're going to have to fight in? Are you going to be more of a boxer or the aggressor come September 12th?
A little bit of both.
What's your take on Golovkin versus Lemieux?
That's a very good fight. I like Lemieux. I still favor Golovkin in that fight, but Lemieux, whatever you say, he got some fast hands, good power. I like him. It's going to be a hell of a fight. I might even go watch that fight.
People are only giving.
It seems like everybody's scared to fight Golovkin. Why do you think that is, man? And would you fight him if you were at 160, or why do you think people are hesitant to take that fight?
I can't make 160.
No, but if you were,
yeah, of course. I mean, he's the man. But you gotta fight the best if you want to be the best.
What do you take when fans say that Mayweather should fight Gennady Golovkin, that if he drops to 154, you think the fans are just looking for a reason to criticize
him lose? Even if he moved up and beat Golovkin, whatever, they would still talk shit. They would say, "Oh, let's fight Klitschko now." So they never happy. But he's focusing on his fight with Baduo right now. I don't know.
What about a fight with Adonis Stevenson? From the promotional thing, it seems like it could actually be a realistic fight between you two.
Absolutely, but right now I'm at 68 and focusing on George Groves. After that fight, after George Groves, we'll see what's up.
What do you think about Groves, and what kind of fight is this going to be?
I think it could be. I'm not saying it's going to be, but it could be the fight of the night. He's going to come and try to get what's mine. I'm not going to let it go, so I'm going in for the kill. And this is going to be a very, very entertaining fight.
That's a big
going.
Because he fights with a lot of heart. I always go in for the kill. I always try to please the fans. So,
two fights against Froch. That's a lot of experience. Do you feel like this is because of those 2 fights, he's got more experience than you? Does that matter?
I don't think of it like that.
I mean, experience, you know?
Nah, he didn't win those 2 fights, but it's, of course, sometimes a loss could be, you know, better experience than the win. But nah, I'm just focusing on the game plan and on my fight with him.
And are you excited? You're real excited about this.
Very excited.
Because this
I
is
wish
the
the fight
biggest.
was-
Is this the biggest name you think you fight? I mean, as far as
Yeah, I mean, Anthony Doyle was a world champion, so George Groves
Yeah,
was not a
you're
world
right.
champion. He never been one. But yeah, absolutely, one of them, absolutely.
George Groves brings in a big UK audience. Do you think a win over him will greatly boost your popularity throughout the world in boxing?
Absolutely, and to be honest, the one that showed me most love is the UK fans. So, you know, I like the UK fans. They always show love to all the fighters, so I like him.
Thanks a lot for your time, Badou.